What's up, y'all? It's your boy Creative Chavis, and I got the Switch 2. Y'all, I'm super excited. This is actually my very first console launch. This is the first time I've got a console the day it came out. Ooh. Yeah, this is Nintendo's 8th console. First console was the Nintendo. That was before I was born. Second console was the Super Nintendo, and I was too young to go out and get that one. The 64 I did get, but my parents got that for me in 99, and that shit came out in like 96. So that shows you what schedule I was on with gaming consoles as a kid versus today. GameCube, I'd never had a GameCube. The Wii and the Wii U, I just didn't have enough money really to be spending on that. I was wasting my money on Taco Bell and Air Force Ones. The first Switch came out in 2017. I didn't get it until 2022, so 5 years later. But now we're at the Switch 2, and the day it came out, I got it right here. So yeah, first off, let me start by addressing some of the lies I said in some of my previous videos. For one, before the Switch 2 was even officially announced, I said that I was hoping that it would be around $399. And I said if it cost more than that, I wouldn't get it. Price, I'm sure it's going to start off at $400. Some are saying $450. I'm not paying that unless they are bundling it with something else. That'll make the difference between if I'm going to be a day one supporter or a early adopter. That'll make the difference. Or I'm going to wait around and see what the perception is. Obviously, that was a lie because I have it right here. I also said it wouldn't make sense to get Mario Kart World separate from the bundle because you'd save $30 and you'd just be spending $30 just to have it physically. I lied. I did end up getting the physical version. I really wanted it. It just feels good to be able to hold it. I wanted to get Cyberpunk, but they didn't have it available. I didn't pre-order it like an idiot, and I was going to pick it up the day of, but GameStop didn't have it anymore. I said that I wouldn't go in store and pick this up. I was just going to get it online and wait for it to be delivered. That was a lie. I went to GameStop. I pre-ordered it the day the pre-orders went up at GameStop, and I went and picked it up at the midnight release. And man, I'm so glad I did both of those things because going to your local GameStop and being around real people that are in your neighborhood that are actually gamers, and real gamers because they're going to pre-order events and midnight launches. That's a experience that I can barely describe, and it can't be replicated. Especially for me because I'm not gonna say exactly where I live, but I live in a pretty urban area, and so the pre-order line when I went, it was pretty much 95% black people. And just now when I went to go pick it up for the midnight launch, same thing. Pretty much everybody in the line was black. And it was just beautiful to see so many black people with a hobby like gaming.
Yeah, I know y'all been to school for don't do that. Mm-hmm. How y'all doing?
We've been standing out there 45 minutes. You already know who in front of you. Ain't like y'all gonna get lost. Like,
you don't look familiar.
y'all not getting lost. It's fine.
I know who my assigned seat partner
That was
was.
quick. I like him.
And this dude here was next to me in line. He was super cool. We talked the entire time. So there was a lot of love, bonding, trust, and real friendship being around a community like that. Now, I will say I'm a little upset that I got this plastic bag because they had these tote bags that I really wanted. And if I look on my receipt, I got charged for 2 GameStop reusable bags. But then it also says that I paid $2 in cash, which I did not. I don't know what type of method these boys at GameStop were on. It was kind of scammy. All right, y'all, my desk a little junky, but I wanted to compare the 2 boxes to one another. I put everything back into my old Switch box just for funsies. Right off the back, I will say I like the picture they used for the OLED Switch more than I like the picture that they used for the Switch 2. I mean, I get it. They made the logo bigger and they had this big ass 2, but it's something about, maybe it's the fact that the console is white. It's something about the OLED box that's more visually striking. Probably also the lighter image that they used on the actual Switch console versus the Switch 2. The console is docked to the TV, so you only see what's on the TV. Being nitpicky, of course, both boxes have the Nintendo logo up top. Obviously, as you can see, it's insane how small the Switch 2 box is compared to the OLED Switch, seeing as how the Switch 2 is much bigger than the OLED Switch. On the Switch OLED, they have all of the different types of modes you can play the Switch in: tabletop mode, TV mode, and handheld mode. For the Switch 2 box, they didn't do that. So, like for the left side, it just had a bunch of text, and now they have an image. The right side, more text, another image. I don't know. I just think the Switch 2 the box is a little too nondescript. I guess they figured you should know what the thing does by now. What's in the box is on the bottom on the Switch 2 versus on the right hand side of the box like it was on the OLED. So I like that better. All right, I guess it's time. Let's open this bad boy up. Damn, they didn't secure this at all. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is big. Okay. Wow, this is much bigger. All right, so the original Switch was 6.2 inches. That's average. The OLED was a 7-inch. That's much nicer. But this one is almost 8 inches, which I think is the perfect size. 9 is a little too much. 10, that's a porn star. And we got the new Joy-Cons. Oh, yes. It definitely feels so much better. Wow. This is like a really good texture. It's like a really good coating. Oh, yeah. These buttons are much nicer size. And I really like how they did the little inside out color scheme where it's black on the outside and has the color on the inside. Really wonder how they're gonna do special editions or different colorways. Will they switch the color up on the inside? That's gonna be weird because the console has color on the inside, so you know which is what. That's blue and blue. Whoa. Orange and orange. Whew. Oh, this is nice. It's hefty, but it's not like heavy. This music is cute too. What makes them think I'm in the UK? Oh, these buttons feel so much better. This music sounds good. Now wait a minute. If they had this type of music in the setup, they could have had this. They could have had some themes. I like this music a lot. This is what I wanted from the original Switch, like some personality. All right. Okay, that little setup music really changed my mood. And it does seem like they're adding little things here and there with the different updates, which I appreciate. I feel like there's a lot more to come with this system than what we're getting today. Come on, the music came back. You can transfer data from your Nintendo Switch to this Nintendo Switch 2. I'd rather set it up brand new. Freaking cute. That's more like it. Says HDMI ultra high speed, so I'm guessing that's a 2.1 cable. We got the straps. Get the strap. The construction on the new one seemed cheaper, but I guess it's minimalist. You don't need as much as you had on the first strap. This was just a lot going on. The last strap seems like it was created to add to what the Joy-Con couldn't have. These just accentuate what the Joy-Con already has. Oh my God. I wasn't expecting it to just hop into that quickly. Whoa, using it as a mouse is insane. Wish I had a little scroll wheel. That would have been nice. Oh, I just used the thumbstick. Oh, that's dope. I like this a lot. I do like that it also has the colored accents just to keep everything consistent. Sliding the old Joy-Cons in does feel cumbersome now. Yeah, this looks like the bigger brother. I have smaller hands, so I kind of like this more, but I'm sure a lot more people will appreciate this size. Really love that they separated the cable from the charger. It'll just make traveling with it a lot easier. You can keep these in separate bags or separate compartments versus the old Switch where it was fixed to the charger, so you had to wrap the cord around. There it goes. Yeah, I can already tell the difference in the frame rate and the graphics. Okay, this screen is pretty incredible. Mind you, I never had the original Switch. I got the OLED first. So to jump from the OLED to this, it isn't like a downgrade at all. This screen is just as vibrant, just as bright. The contrast on it is just as good. The blacks look very inky. The whites are bright. If you would have told me this is OLED, I would have believed you. Looks really good. I think I'm just gonna do one race with Mario, of course. Damn, I am in 22nd place. Come on, Rob, do better. Nice. Not nice. Let's go. I'm so far ahead of these dudes. I don't even need any items. Ooh, not the blue shell. No. No. Oh, you're kidding me. What? Oh, it's all good. That was fun. All right, so all in all, I love it. The build quality is so much better, and these magnets, they're very sturdy. I know my OLED is a little rickety. This completely solves that problem. Like, these aren't going anywhere without me pressing on this button. There's still so much I need to test out. I haven't even plugged it into the TV yet to see that 4K. 60 frames per second, I believe, is what Mario Kart World can give. And I still need to get Cyberpunk. I want to get that physically. And since they didn't have it at GameStop, I'm going to have to wait around and check and see if I can find it. Or I might just order it online. But yeah, these are just my initial impressions. I love it. I still have so much more to test out, and I have a feeling this is going to be a wild ride. I think these next few years are going to be pretty great. I still feel like they have a bunch of different games. They have a bunch of different games to announce. I'm still holding out hope for Call of Duty coming to the Switch, which I do think is possible and can happen. So we shall see. But that's it for this video. As always, if you're new or returning, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment. Love to have a chat with you guys. Let me know if you picked up the Switch too, if you're still waiting on your pre-order to arrive, or if you're still on the fence. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all later.